A 7-ton iron pillar has stood in the open air for 1,600 years, and it's never rusted. Today, you'll discover an iron monument that defies the laws of chemistry. A pillar forged in ancient India that modern metallurgists still can't fully replicate. But here's the twist that will blow your mind. 2025 analysis reveals the secret wasn't just in the metal. It was in knowledge we've completely lost. This is the Iron Pillar of Delhi, and its existence shouldn't be possible. 4th century AD. The Gupta Empire rules northern India during what historians call the Golden Age of Indian civilization. King Chandragupta II commissions a massive iron pillar, 23 feet tall, 6 tons of solid wrought iron. It's erected in honor of the Hindu god Vishnu, inscribed with Sanskrit verses praising the king's victories in the 1100s. It's moved to its current location in Delhi, where it stands today in the Gupta complex. The official story. It's an impressive feat of ancient metallurgy, a testament to Gupta engineering. But here's what they gloss over. This pillar has been exposed to Delhi's monsoons, heat, and humidity for 16 centuries, and it shows virtually no signs of corrosion. How is that even possible? Modern iron exposed to moisture rusts within months, sometimes weeks. The Eiffel Tower requires repainting every 7 years to prevent rust. The Golden Gate Bridge is in constant maintenance. Steel bridges crumble after decades. Yet this ancient pillar stands pristine. In 1961, the Indian Institute of Technology begins the first serious metallurgical analysis. What they find is unusual but not miraculous. The iron has an extremely high phosphorus content, around 1%. Most modern iron contains trace amounts, but 1%. That's strange. The official explanation becomes, the phosphorus creates a protective layer called Mesa white that prevents oxidation. Problem solved, right? Ancient Indians just happened to use high phosphorus iron except there's a crack in this theory. High phosphorus iron is brittle. It shouldn't be forgeable into a massive pillar. The metal should shatter under the hammer. So how did they do it? 2003, researchers at the Indian Institute of Technology conduct advanced electron microscopy on pillar samples. They discover the protective layer isn't just Mesa white. It's a complex compound of iron, oxygen, and hydrogen that forms a crystalline shield just 1/20th of a millimeter thick. But here's where it gets interesting. This layer is self-healing. When scratched, it regenerates using atmospheric moisture. The very thing that should corrode it actually strengthens it. January 2025. A multinational team publishes findings that change everything. They analyze the forging technique using microscopic slag inclusions trapped in the metal. The iron was forge welded from approximately 120 individual pieces, each weighing around 20 to 30 kilograms. The welding was done at precise temperatures between 1,200 and 1,250 degrees Celsius. Any hotter or cooler and the high phosphorus iron would crack. But 4th century metallurgists had no thermometers. No precise temperature control, no modern furnaces. Yet somehow they maintained exact temperatures across hundreds of welds. The 2025 study concludes with an uncomfortable admission. The level of metallurgical control suggests knowledge systems we cannot currently account for. What knowledge? Here's what mainstream science won't emphasize. Ancient Indian texts describe advanced metallurgical processes. The Arthashastra mentions metal purification techniques. The Rasaratna Samuccaya details alloy formulations. But modern scholars dismiss these as exaggerations or later additions. Why? Because acknowledging their accuracy means acknowledging ancient India had systematic scientific knowledge. In 1997, Russian metallurgists attempted to recreate the pillar using the phosphorus theory. They failed. The metal cracked during forging. Even with modern temperature controls, they couldn't achieve the same structural integrity that in 2015. A Chinese team tried using traditional forging methods with high phosphorus iron. Same result. Brittle, unusable metal. The pillar shouldn't exist. Yet it does. Some researchers believe the answer lies in lost tempering techniques. Others think it's the specific or source now exhausted or unknown. But there's a third possibility nobody wants to discuss. What if the Gupta metallurgists understood materials science at a level we're only now beginning to reach? The evidence suggests they knew exactly what they were doing. This wasn't luck. It was mastery. And that mastery vanished with them. Let's be clear about what this pillar represents. It's not just an artifact. It's proof of capability. Ancient India possessed metallurgical knowledge that allowed them to work with materials we still struggle to manipulate. The 2025 research reveals something even more profound. The pillar's composition varies slightly between sections, suggesting the metallurgists adjusted their technique based on the ore characteristics. That's not following a recipe. That's understanding the underlying principles. Modern material science is now studying the pillar's protective layer for applications in corrosion-resistant coatings. Ancient knowledge informing cutting-edge technology. But here's the final implication. If this knowledge existed in the 4th century, where did it come from? The Gupta Empire didn't invent metallurgy. They inherited it from earlier Indian civilizations, which means this knowledge is even older than we thought. Passed down through generations, refined over centuries, then lost when those civilizations fell. The iron pillar isn't a miracle. It's a remnant, a surviving example of sophisticated science that once existed across ancient India. And it forces us to ask, what else did they know? What other techniques have we lost? The pillar stands as a challenge, a 1,600-year-old middle finger to everyone who thinks ancient peoples were primitive. They knew, and we forgot. The veil has been lifted, but only for those who dare to see. If this is true, everything changes. The history of metallurgy, the sophistication of ancient science, our understanding of technological progress. Which lost ancient technology should I reveal next? Damascus steel? Greek fire? Roman concrete? Comment below. And if you want more forgotten science and hidden history, subscribe and hit the bell. Because some knowledge refuses to stay buried. I'm veil of history. And the past is more advanced than they'll ever admit.